A shopper stands before a massive mountain of identical cereal boxes in a bright store. The sheer scale of the pile makes the person look small. Retailers often lower the price per unit when you buy more at once. This simple pricing strategy encourages us to take home more than we need. While the lower price feels like a win, it creates a new problem. You must now find a place to store all these extra physical items. Every square inch of your home has a hidden cost. By filling your cupboards with bulk goods, you are essentially renting your living space to stores. When the pantry overflows, boxes begin to migrate into the hallway. This physical clutter changes how you move and interact within your own private living environment. We often ignore the labor involved in managing this inventory. Carrying, sorting, and rotating these goods takes time that most people do not account for initially. On a larger scale, the store benefits from your bulk purchase. They move their inventory out of expensive warehouses and directly into your free home storage. This shift in logistics reduces the store's operating costs significantly. They pass a small fraction of those savings to you through the volume discount. Having an abundance of a product often leads to increased consumption. When you have 20 bars of soap, you tend to use them faster. This behavioral shift is known as the stockpile effect. The perceived low cost of each unit makes us less careful about how much we consume. We stop thinking about the actual value of each item. Instead, we see the pile as a limitless resource that does not need careful conservation. This faster usage rate eventually cancels out the savings from the discount. You end up spending the same amount of money but consume more goods. Furthermore, bulk buying often leads to more waste in the kitchen. Perishable items may expire before you have a chance to finish the entire package. When we throw away spoiled food, we are literally tossing money into the trash. The initial discount becomes a loss once the item is discarded. Managing a large inventory also creates a mental burden for the household. You must constantly track what you have and what will expire soon. This mental load is a hidden cost of the bulk buying lifestyle. We spend brainpower managing boxes instead of enjoying our free time at home. Large packages also require more effort to move and handle every day. Heavy containers can be difficult for children or the elderly to use safely. To solve this, people often buy smaller secondary containers for daily use. This adds yet another expense to the supposedly cheaper bulk buying process. These hidden costs begin to stack up quickly over several months. What started as a simple discount now involves extra storage bins and tools. The bargain trap is fueled by our focus on the immediate price. We rarely calculate the long-term inefficiency created by our crowded home systems. Inventory turnover is a term used by businesses to measure efficiency. High turnover means goods are sold quickly and do not sit around. When you buy in bulk, your household inventory turnover drops significantly. Items sit on your shelves for months, taking up valuable real estate. This reduces your flexibility as a consumer in the local market. If a better product or a lower price appears, you are stuck. You must finish what you already have before you can switch. This commitment to a single brand can prevent you from trying better options. Liquid cash is always more useful than a basement full of paper towels. Money can be spent on anything, but paper towels have only one use. By tying up your money in physical goods, you'll lose liquidity. You cannot easily convert that giant stack of soap back into cash for emergencies. This is an opportunity cost that many shoppers fail to consider. That $50 could have been invested or used for a necessary repair. Understanding these hidden patterns helps you make better choices every day. You should subscribe to follow more explanations that turn complex economic rules into simple lessons. Cleaning around large stockpiles also takes more effort and time. Dust and grime can accumulate behind heavy boxes that are rarely moved for years. This makes your home less pleasant and more difficult to maintain. The efficiency of the home system breaks down under the weight of clutter. Categorizing all these items requires a consistent system of organization. Without it, you might buy things you already have buried in the back. This duplication of inventory is the ultimate waste of resources. You are paying twice for the same utility while your storage space shrinks. Visual noise from many large packages can also increase stress levels. A cluttered environment makes it harder for the brain to relax and focus. We often try to hide the mess with more furniture and shelving. This is another expense that works against the savings of the original discount. Accessibility becomes a major issue when items are stacked too deep. You may have to move 5 things just to reach the one you need. This physical friction makes daily tasks take longer than they should. A simple meal can become a chore when the ingredients are buried away. The replacement cycle also becomes harder to predict for bulk goods. You might run out of everything at the exact same time unexpectedly. This leads to a massive shopping trip that is expensive and exhausting. The cycle of extreme abundance and sudden scarcity continues without end. We often buy based on the price tag rather than our actual needs. This shift in motivation is a primary driver of household inefficiency. When we prioritize price over utility, we lose control of our environment. The store's marketing department begins to dictate how we live. Large containers also have a sunk cost that makes us feel guilty. We feel obligated to finish a product we no longer enjoy. This can influence our health habits and daily routines in subtle ways. We may eat more or use more chemicals simply because they are there. Family behaviors also change to accommodate the presence of large stockpiles. Children may learn that resources are unlimited and always readily available. This can lead to a long-term habit of overconsumption and wastefulness. These early lessons in abundance shape how we handle money as adults. The accumulation habit is difficult to break once it becomes a lifestyle. We start to feel anxious if our shelves are not completely full. We eventually transform our homes into small warehouses for giant corporations. We pay for the space, the maintenance, and the eventual disposal. The real savings are often much smaller than they appear on paper. When you factor in all the hidden costs, the bargain disappears. Efficiency is not just about the lowest price per unit today. It is about maintaining a flexible and responsive system in your home. Next time you see a bulk discount, consider your storage costs. Think about your time, your space, and your actual consumption habits. The savings stay in the store's bank while the goods remain on your shelf. You are now prepared for a future that might never arrive.